What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel here. Standing here next to a group of buddies here. It's the Shocker Racing Porsche Cayman TJ Hulk SS.
It just didn't seem like kind of.
That's the name of the YouTube channel.
But I do remember, like, he was going to buy a house and everything fell through. And his video he made about
Yours truly,
like,
CarsMoveMe.
I understand, like, there's certain things the car guy's looking for, like
Family cruising. What is this, 1,000 horsepower? And another Hellcat. Another 707 horsepower. So today we're looking at over 3,000 horsepower, and I think we're going to do some car swapping today. Christmas came early this year. I have a red key for a 1,000 horsepower Hellcat. Let's go for a ride. I'll tell you right now, that door feels a lot more solid than my Ford. That's a solid door. That's probably why it weighs so much more than my car. This door. What's this thing made out of, lead? I'm in the cockpit of a Hellcat. First time in my life. This car is obviously legendary for having ungodly amounts of horsepower while also being so ungodly heavy.
Noob.
So we are going to get a taste of this thing. It's got a automatic transmission, and I'm told it's got 1,000 horsepower. I don't deny it because he was running right with me on the highway a few days ago. So, all right, we're gonna start this bad boy up here. Here we go. What? Where's your mufflers? Set up here. 662 horsepower plus mods GT500 and a stock Hellcat 6-speed manual over here at Challenger. And I'm in a decently modified Hellcat Charger. No, Challenger. And we're about to go for a ride. Family, F-A-M-I-L-Y, C-R-U-I-S-I-N?
I don't know. Family cruising. This one we're riding in is an automatic. The white one. The white one that's cruising with us is a manual.
So far, this thing feels very heavy, although the engine doesn't tell you that. It's just the feeling of it. My car's heavy too. My GT500 is pretty heavy. 3,850 pounds. Not getting on it. Let the oil warm up a little bit. There's another first. I've also never driven a purple car. That's pretty neat. Nice day, probably boost weather here.
We got the Shelby GT500 right behind us, and the 6-speed stock Hellcat is behind him somewhere.
We'll wait for a second here. Just pull out a little bit. Mine's not a twin screw, mine's the Roots.
We are in a 1,000 horsepower purple Hellcat right now, and we got the stock 6-speed Hellcat coming up here. That's TJ Hulk SS, the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey YouTube, it's Taylor.
Yeah, that blower is loud.
Dude, it almost sounds like a siren behind you.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like a cop.
First, I thought it was the rear end howling or something.
Yeah, no, that would be my car.
I thought the Ford was coming up next to it. So we got there, Camaro.
I'm hesitant to beat on someone else's car here, but I can only assume he's beating on mine.
He gave you the keys. That's permission.
That he did. That's half throttle. Very loud. This is a monster.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in this car. This car is known for its handling. It's got independent rear suspension, so it really handles like a Porsche. It's okay speed-wise, acceleration, all that, but if I were to compare it to a Mario Kart character, I would say Toadstool. Feels a lot like mine.
Was it?
Yeah, I didn't floor it either, but that's...
The blower is definitely ridiculous. You don't get that much.
Dude, I do not have that, but you know, he's got a pulley on his. I think he's got
that's right. That's right.
I don't know all the Hellcat stuff, but I think he told me it's a 2.85 pulley on the snout. So. That blower sounds like a siren. That's.
On the
I think I need to pull him on.
On the C7Z, it made the blower noise a lot more noticeable, but not like this.
Yeah, that car.
Shelby there, that car made how much to their?
Never dynoed it, but it should be over 700 now with the wheels.
Should be over 700 to the wheels.
There's the cob.
Ran one. Oh, got a cob coming.
130 in the quarter mile.
130 in the quarter mile. This guy's giving the thumbs up.
Does that mean I can floor it?
I didn't see
So
what.
if a cop gave us a thumbs up, does that mean we're free reign on that Randall?
What city was he? I didn't see. Was it Guilford?
Sleepy Hollow.
Was it Sleepy Hollow?
Probably.
Those guys never are cool.
I know, they never are. Does that mean I can just go for it?
Wow. Oh yeah.
I'll tell you right now, it's a brother from a different mother to my car.
Really?
That's what my car feels like. And the tires are worn down about as bad as mine are, so it's kicking
Very
sideways
similar,
about the same. And it's of course got the obnoxious smell of gasoline, unburnt gas. Remove the cats, I assume. Yeah, this is something. The engine makes you forget how heavy it is. And I'm sure that's been said 1,000 times in videos all over YouTube.
What is the weight on this car?
I believe it's 4,400 pounds.
Wow.
So you take my Mustang, you put a 600-pound motorcycle in the back seat, and that's this car.
So what yours is?
Mine's a 14.
But yours is a lot less weight.
Yeah, mine's like 3850, which is still not light, but these things are just. Yeah, he's got some resonator deletes. I think he left his stock mufflers on here.
Oh, okay.
And it sounds like a boat. Wow, man, that blower is. He does not have headers on this car.
No?
No headers.
Wow.
I didn't know it had 2 spark plugs per cylinder.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, his red line's way less than mine. Mine's 7,000. This is like 5,800, I'd say. I think my car stock is like 14 pounds of boost.
Okay.
This car comes with, I believe, 11. So, I mean, maybe maybe that's wrong. I was reading something on one of these Hellcat pages. These are making 14 also. I'm not sure. I'm not going to check this. I don't even know how to work these gauges here. But I think guys put this pulley on are getting like 16 pounds. Could be completely wrong, but I think that's what I read. It's like, how come I'm never driving down the road and then a car like that GT500 and a car like this purple Hellcat pulled next to me? I mean, that never happens.
Right.
You know, what a service we're doing to everyone else to get to enjoy watching these cars screw around on random.
Although you did run into the Krypton Green ZL1.
I did run into the Krypton Green ZL1, that's true.
But that was at the gas station, right?
Yeah, actually, I was leaving and he was coming in, so I put it in reverse and followed him.
Nice.
That Krypton Green ZL1, it's on my Instagram page. Another car with an auto. That auto, in my opinion, is worth almost a full second in the quarter mile. Well, maybe that's not right. I think Paul here, Cars Family Cruising, he ran a 10.4 at 130, and he had, I believe, slicks. I think he had slicks, or some nasty drag radials. Different set of rims and tires, that's for sure. My car ran 11.5 at 130 on the Nitto drag radials. Now, I did not air them down. I just drove to the track, ran it once, planned on airing them down again and going, and we never got another run. Suspension's tight on this thing. I bet she's got a mode for the steering to make it tighter.
Does it feel tighter than yours?
Is this a joke? Yeah, the steering wheel's a lot harder, a lot fatter.
That's what she said.
Oh, he's got a flat bottom here. I don't have that.
Yeah, you've been squatting.
But yeah, no, these two cars were never out at the same time. I think 13 and 14 was the GT500, and the Hellcat was a 15, 16, what, 17, 18?
We're here at the nursery about to pick up some sod.
Some shrubs.
Some gravel
mulch
for the Shelby.
We're going to put 600 pounds of gravel in the trunk of the Shelby so we can get a real fair comparison.
I'm trying to turn around and go back.
Auto's kind of cool with power.
I don't know. I don't like it in my dad's at all.
Yeah, you just think it's vet as a sports car, you know?
Yeah, it's just...
This thing is like
you're cruising at 80 on the highway in my dad's, and you punch it, and I feel like it drops so many gears and downshifts so abruptly that it just instantly breaks the tires.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was terrified of back there. I thought this thing was just going to lose it.
Right. Whereas,
yeah, for comparison, we're talking about Shocker Racing James. We're talking about his dad's C7 Z06. It's got the automatic.
It's like violent when it downshifts.
I'll bet. Hell, that's what this thing feels like. And I'm not going to mess around with that. This is my car. I crashed this thing, I got to hand him the keys to mine, and I'm not willing to do that. That's not happening. Yeah, I think the Shelbys are going to have an automatic coming out the next model. I have to think. I think they were talking to one of the main engineers when my car came out, and they were talking about this is the most power we'll ever put through rear-wheel drive.
Really?
662. They actually reduced the rear gearing in my car just because of the torque, but that also helped them with their 0 to 60 time, so you don't have to shift. So it's not ideal for complete acceleration, but it does give you a great 0 to 60 time. And I think the Hellcat Auto and my car are both 3.5 0 to 60, I think so. I know Dodge likes to market the slicks and the drag radials, all the NHRA certifications, but I think real world, I mean, I truly believe the GT500 and the Hellcat are an even match, at least on the roll. Power to weight ratio. I think just getting out of the hole, you cannot beat the automatic when you're talking about cars with that much power. But, you can't go wrong with either. They're both sexy driving down the road. I mean, people taking pictures, people staring, people giving you a thumbs up. It's pretty good nowadays, but I'll tell you, 2 years ago when I bought my car, hell, 4 years ago. When the hell did I get my car? 3 years ago. When that thing was brand new, clean, I mean, it was like driving a car show. I mean, you stop at stoplights and women would yell at the window that that's their dream car, and guys would just say, that's the color, that's the one. was pretty cool. There's a lot of GT500s out there, but you know, the 13s and 14s aren't. I don't see them as nearly as often as I see Hellcats. Yesterday I was having lunch with my wife. We're up here looking out the window on this road we're actually on right now. We're at Bona Beef, and my son was with me, and I always point out the cool cars. And there were, I'm not kidding, there were 8 Hellcats of different kinds driving down Randall both directions, and I didn't see one GT500 like mine, not one. So I don't know. I think Dodge did a much better job marketing these cars.
Absolutely.
Now the Camaro ZL1, that Krypton green, I mean, that's really something if you get a chance to take a look at one of those.
Yeah, I just realized when you were talking, when you were driving, you might not be getting the best audio.
Can you hear me now? Okay, it looks like Paul, Family Cruising, doesn't want anybody looking at his family. These windows are black. Maybe he thinks this is a limo. Actually, I know he's Ubered in this car before. Got some strangers in here. Oh, here these people are staring. Yeah, 1,000 horsepower purple missile driving down the road. It's hard to not look at. It's almost like a car accident. What's going on here? We got a guy that doesn't know how to use turn signals.
There's that cop.
There's our friend the cop. Now I do believe this car gets the gas guzzler tax. Pretty sure of it. GT500 somehow, some way got under that threshold. 24 miles per gallon on the highway, and I will promise you that that has never happened in my car, ever. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want a Hellcat and stick. This white one behind us, Steve, his is stick, and I just don't know if I'd want it in stick. I mean, that's almost like driving a big pickup truck with stick. It's, I don't know, I've never done it, so I can't really judge, but it just seems like there's so much car, so much power, and they messing around with the stick. I just pity the clutch that's to deal with those those challenges. No, this is just put it in gear and go.
Blower line is crazy.
Dude, this blower line is really something. Yeah, he told me that it's really just this pulley. I asked what diameter pulley. He says this is really just the pulley that the Hellcat guys throw on there. This is the one, 2.85 from a 3-point something.
Is there a couple options on the GT500 for pulleys?
Yeah, the GT500's got, you know, it's like 31 flavors almost.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, you know, dude, how much do you want? 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, 4 pound, 5 pound?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my blower's made by Eaton, and this thing's by IHI. And I never knew IHI made superchargers. I knew they made turbochargers, but
yeah, I've never even heard of them.
Yeah, I think this is not the video I'm going to make my predictions, but I have some ideas as far as what's going to happen with this new GT500. But we'll save that for another video.
Have there been some rumors going on?
Oh,
already?
there's quite a few rumors. There's, you know, a twin turbo Coyote. There's a 5.2 like the GT350, supercharged. I think Ford is going to do something way different than what people are predicting, because that seems to be what they do. They always come out with something that's. I just can't imagine them putting a Coyote in a GT500. That's the Mustang GT motor. Guys are already running those. They've done everything to the Coyote.
Right.
They have big blowers. I mean, that's nothing new. This GT500 is supposed to be something special, and in the past they've always put some special motor in there, something bespoke that is not in any other car. The 03 Cobras. Tell me another car that had that engine. The Marauder, the Mach 1 had that engine without the supercharger. I know there are other changes as well. But, oh, and the Aviator, the Lincoln Aviator.
The Aviator had that motor?
Yep, dual over cam, 32 valve, 4.6. But the Ford GT, I guess, is the closest comparison to the GT500s. With the Navigator had an all-motor aluminum 32 valve. I mean, that could have been iron. But the Lightning had a 2-valve single overhead cam, supercharged. But the Ford GT, and the GT500s had a similar engine, but the 13 14, they really knocked it out of the ballpark. I think they put the plasma spray bore arc, probably have the order wrong on that, where they were basically welding in the cylinder liners, so they're very thin. So it's bored to the max, and it's got the, I think it's got the standard stroke of the 5.4, and that engine becomes a 5.8. It's all aluminum, and then they put the 2.3 TVS on the top, just like the Corvette ZR1. And also another case, the ZR1's making 638 horsepower, I think.
Sounds about right.
And but of course, again, it's 9 pounds of boost. The GT500 is 14, so it's a lot of room to grow in the ZR1, I would say. I mean, that's all being stuffed into a 5.8 liter. So I think it's good up to about 18, and then you got to start really worrying about your connecting rods. Whereas I think these Hellcats, you can start really going nuts with them. I think the rods will take it. But yeah, all these manufacturers went with the powdered rods, and I don't know, powder forged. It's kind of a misleading. All right, we're back. I'd say this Hellcat's very, very drivable, very, very comfortable, and it drives a lot smaller than you'd think for the specs. 4,400 pounds, 1,000 horsepower. I have no doubt that's what it makes. Just needs a tire. So anyway, I think Paul Family Cruising, check out his YouTube channel if you want to see more of this car. He's got some other crazy videos on there. He's really a character, and we really enjoyed driving his car today, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the future. So anyway, we're going to check out of here before the storms roll in, but it was quite a day. These monsters showed what they had to do on the highway with all of us in them. So check out our videos. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell notification for more videos, and we will bring more soon. Take care, have a great day. In addition to my channel, if you'd like to check out more about Taylor's green Chevy SS Hulk car, his channel is called TJ Hulk SS. If you'd like to see more of Paul and all of his shenanigans, the purple Hellcat, go to Family Cruising on YouTube. He's got a lot of good content on there. As always, with CarsMoveMe, you'll see a lot more of me and my Grabber Blue Shelby GT500.